Good evening. This is Ken at Tortoise Capital with a quick review of the daily trading plan for December 3rd, 2020. Here's what happened in the market today. We had a tiny little doji. I'm going to mark the yellow zone as I think the bottom of the dragon conservatively, and the 2-day low aggressively for your stops. I would not pick up the short until it breaks below the edge of the dragon at about 360. You then have the PSAR stop for tomorrow. We'll be here at about 359. 10-day low, Bollinger Band mean. Just categories of the trade pattern here. If it stays in this channel between the RL30 and the upper skin of the dragon, that would be like a B quality. If it can get above the RL30, it's up in the A quality here. If it gets beyond Z2, then Z, and look out above. But a breakdown below the edge of the dragon is C category, still good enough to hold. But if it's breaking below the southern skin of the dragon or the PSAR, then it's D, and we got to get out of that thing. But right now, all systems go. We're within a hair's breadth of the 10-day high, 30-day high, and RL10 is right up here, so it's fully valued. But there's no resistance overhead, and Z2 is the next target to the upside at 376. In the sectors that worked today, we had, let's see, the S&P basically flat, diamonds 0.3, small caps, treasuries. The sectors that worked: finance, Japan, consumer discretionary, silver, a cluster of the internationals like Mexico, oil, VIX, energy, and emerging markets. Oil exploration and Brazil, 1.7. Bitcoin, Simon Property Group, and then the big winners today: Boeing, Tesla, Niklo, Devon. To the downside, get tech basically flat, healthcare, materials minus 0.7, clean energy, green energy minus 0.84, almost at 87 now. It's 12% off its swing high. Wheat and precious and the Ackman hedge fund down about 2% each. Got smacked down in Cliff Natural Resources, U.S. Steel, and NEO. So all the metals gave back today: Alcoa, U.S. Steel, Cliff. Quick reminder on kata number 2. You want to see an RL10 sell-off that has a bottom, one recovery, and then a higher low, and it takes off again. And when it crosses the dragon, you've got the RLXD, so you have something like a 1, 2, and a 3, and you have some target up here at 4 that might be a Bollinger Band mean, an RL270, a hump of the dragon, or the RL10, some reasonable target that you're aiming for. This is that pattern, and you can be very tight on that stop. Like, it crosses the dragon going, you can be right underneath the edge of the dragon, or if you had to, all the way over here at the just below the belly of the RL10. But to be aggressive, and if you can be quick and your span of control allows you complete focus, you can have a very tight stop and then quickly get to no lose plus dinner for 2. So that's kata 2. It's the 1, 2, cross and go. This chart illustrates, come on, there we go. Yeah, this chart illustrates the V-Wap Magnet. So we had a couple of trades where we had the breakout from the sideways quiet channel, covered, re-entered, cashed. Now you have a high, a lower high. This is a potential short here in that little pocket. This is a collapsing dragon here. In either case, the move in the late afternoon here, because it's 2:45, and the late afternoon is the move from there back to the V-Wap, and now you can see how that follows through. And if you're taking the collapsing dragon exit or entry, excuse me, you're taking this collapsing dragon, you've got a really tight stop here at the PSAR, and that gives you a 1, 2, 3, 4R potential just back to the V-Wap in the afternoon. So that's legit. Simon Property Group was a follow-through trade today. Let's get that queued up here. Yeah, so this has COTA 2 all over it. Every one of these little re-entries is a COTA 2 entry. This is the one that really paid off with three positions and a managerial exit, a re-entry, cash, a re-entry, cash. Very powerful series of moves to the upside. I'll let you stop the tape here if you're interested in applying for an intern position. We got some things that we can support for interns. Shift to the daily report, and I just want to highlight a few things. We're all the way back into oversold everywhere. At a risky spot here in risk Z with abnormal conditions and a Z-score greater than 2, this is a natural place for it to roll over. Lots of dojis today, some breakouts in here with American Express and Boeing and Cisco, Nike, all had breakouts today, and some big moves potential here in Salesforce at 6.7 to 1 and DuPont 3.6 to 1. I also like McDonald's as a channeling and overreaction and 3 to 1 on the auto framers. That looks pretty good to me. In ETFs, the internationals are crushing it right now. Emerging markets, EFA, Brazil, Mexico, Latin America, and Europe were all the ones that are breaking out today and leaving the U.S. behind. A handful of dojis and only treasuries test out better than 2 to 1. Mechanical trade frames set up here in the auto framers, some good defensive plays in there. McDonald's, treasuries, 3M, Chevron, Salesforce, all looking good. Daily squeezes, especially well suited because of today's very tight range. Got CAT, McDonald's, and SPY in that position, and then some nice plays in Apple, Amgen, Tech, and Honeywell. Looking pretty good in the 2.4 to 1 region. Multi-frame, multi-NDX. Again, it's all the internationals crushed it today, and some of these plays in here were looking pretty good, like Walgreens, Boeing, Intel, Cisco, the old school tech, having some pretty good days as well. All right, that's everything I want to cover for today. Get this published and posted for you. Take good care. We'll see you in the chat room.